scheduled for one fall, is for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing 234 pounds, Bret Hitman Hart.
And the Hitman Bret Hart being greeted by this very pro-American crowd in the shadow of New York City.
I'd like everybody to stand back and listen to the Canadian National Anthem. And I just want to dedicate this match to all my fellow Canadians, to all my fans all over the world that feel the same way as I do about America and Americans. This is for you.
Bret Hart asking for the Canadian National Anthem to be played. Well, some of the fans are respectful, and most of them are not, to Bret Hart's request. And again, it's not so much, as the Patriots stated, look out, here we go!
And now, here is the special referee for this contest, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Many individuals feel as though Shawn Michaels personifies the exuberance in America's youth today. Just a little bit, maybe a little bit cocky.
He personifies America's youth. In that case, I may move to Canada.
He has an edge, no doubt about it. There's only one Shawn Michaels, and that's for sure.
Look at that. Bret doesn't even want to stay in the same ring with him. Get out. Now all the other WWF referees are going to want pyro.
Music, pyro, yeah.
Earl Hebner would look good in front of a Roman candle. If I were Bret Hart, I would feel very uncomfortable. Shawn Michaels has never refereed a match in his life until tonight.
And I don't think there's any way that Shawn Michaels can be unbiased. The hatred that Shawn and Bret have for each other is just so intense. Uh-oh. Say is wow.
He is the phenom. He's the yardstick. He is the man, The Undertaker.
And whether Shawn Michaels is biased or not, the hitman Bret Hart in an uphill battle to try and take the championship away from The Undertaker. Many individuals in the WWF simply don't think any man can do it, let alone someone of the magnitude of Bret Hart.
Well, let's get all these stipulations straight. There's a little one riding over the head of Shawn Michaels, too, now, if he doesn't call this thing right down the middle.
Just let me check in, I'll check him.
And Bret Hart.
I'll check the champ last. You know the rules as well as I do, Bret. Come on.
Shawn Michaels asserting himself from the get-go. Look at this. Checking everybody out here.
Making sure the equipment is legal.
Yeah.
Making sure the bottoms of the soles of the shoes are unobstructed.
Haven't seen that in a while, huh?
He is in control. He's the WWF person of Mills Lane. I wonder if he's going to tell him to get it on. I don't think they need any encouragement.
And there's the championship belt that Shawn Michaels himself.
You know, you look back at the history bets. I'm sorry, both Bret Hart and The Undertaker in SummerSlams. Undertaker's been in 6 SummerSlams, has only lost once. That was last year, thanks to Paul Bearer to Mankind. Bret Hart has been in 8 SummerSlams and has only lost once. That was to the Bulldog in 1992.
And that was over United Kingdom. Look out!
But a match hasn't even started. Bret Hart is just taking liberties before the match gets underway. And now the bell sounds, and now we are official.
And look at Bret Hart. Bret Hart pummeling The Undertaker, trying to get an early advantage. And look at The Undertaker throw. Get in there, Shawn Michaels, do your job. Oh. Bret Hart set up by The Undertaker. Oh.
Nothing but brute power by The Undertaker. Bret Hart has got to use all his technical expertise, all his knowledge, and somehow chop this redwood down and work on the legs. That's Bret Hart has got to do it to win the title.
And The Undertaker introducing Bret Hart to the railing on the outside.
1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Tell you one more time, Taker, it's qualified. Easy. One more time, I gotta win. Come on.
And Shawn Michaels, oh no. Again asserting himself.
Undertaker just wrapped his arm around the steel ring post, missing the clothesline, and right into the steps.
And Shawn Michaels finding himself in the unenviable position of trying to maintain control in this matchup. Trying to officiate it fairly, and thus far, he's very aggressive. Which is what you might expect from Shawn Michaels. Again, if Shawn Michaels shows favoritism toward The Undertaker, then he may never wrestle again in the United States.
Oh! Bret Hart's spine just met the ring post.
Taking the ring, I'm disqualifying. Come on.
Michaels will disqualify The Undertaker.
Please.
And that would mean that Bret Hart would never wrestle in the United States again if that happens.
Well, let me ask you a question. Does that mean he is showing favoritism to The Undertaker or not?
Not if Bret Hart deserves to be disqualified or The Undertaker.
Well, The Undertaker, that is.
Well, he's got to call it as he sees
Come on,
it.
Take, get him
That's
inside.
the bottom line, and hopefully that's what we're going to get here.
So far, he could have disqualified either one of them about 5 times.
Well, now, wait a minute. If Shawn Michaels, in terms of his style in the ring, he likes to really let it fly. And I would suggest to you that's exactly the way he's going to officiate this matchup.
Well, that's what I like,
He's going to
man.
allow a lot of the bending, if not out and out, breaking of the rules. As long as one individual can break it, the other one can too.
I like a referee that'll let it fly.
Shawn Michaels may referee like he lives his life in the fast lane, as he wants.
Undertaker just let Bret fly right down into his knee.
After Bret Hart's spine went into the steel post, The Undertaker now following up on that with the backbreaker.
Into the first cover in. Not even a near fall there. And by the way, we can confirm that Stone Cold Steve Austin, unfortunately, has been taken to the hospital. He has sustained neck damage as a result, I suppose, of the pile driver. But I think it was an accumulation of a number of things coming into the pile driver. It has had a devastating effect on the neck area and appendages. It was apparently Stone Cold having great difficulty in walking and difficulty in feeling his hands at all. He's lost feeling in his hands.
Undertaker with a bear hug, again focusing on the lower back. The lower back of Bret Hart, the challenger for the WWF title. Bret Hart, who has won a total of 8 championships in the WWF, looking to become the champion, the WWF champion for the 5th time.
I think sometimes Bret Hart might have forgotten just how big The Undertaker really is. Look at that size difference right there. He's huge. And how strong is he?
Running into a size, whatever that might be, 16, 17, whatever, the Undertaker.
It's huge.
Undertaker now with moving. Body there.
Tremendous elevation by The Undertaker at 6'10 and a half. Certainly got up there that time. It's a pretty good hang time. Bret Hart able to avoid the contact.
Not able to avoid that contact.
Again, those hammering blows to the lower back of The Undertaker No wasted motion by the WWF champion.
And now Bret trying to take the chops out, much like Owen Hart did to Stone Cold at the very outset of the previous encounter.
This shouldn't surprise anybody. The strategy of Bret Hart is like the Undertaker's a giant redwood tree. He's being chopped down now by the Paul Bunyan, if you will.
Was he from Canada too?
Might have been.
And Bret Hart attempting to do some pretty severe damage to the left leg of the Undertaker. A rake in the face, and Bret Hart now. Bret Hart coming down across that leg.
I think Bret Hart would like to emulate the match that Owen had, with the exception of the outcome.
Bret now focusing on the left knee of the Undertaker. No doubt with visions of sharpshooters dancing in his head.
And Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels beginning to have words. Undertaker back to his feet, maybe not for long. Bret Hart continuing to work on that left leg around the left knee area. And you're not 6'10" when you're down on the canvas.
Certainly aren't. As certainly a difference maker. We have seen the Undertaker focus on Bret's lower back, and now Bret focusing on the Undertaker's knees. Again, what we suspected might happen here if Bret had the opportunity. Remember, Bret Hart is looking for the sharpshooter.
And again, tremendous controversy in this matchup. Controversy in that WWF officials made Bret Hart, well, they put into contract form what he was stating verbally. That he would never wrestle in the United States again unless he walked from SummerSlam as the WWF champion. That was bad enough. But then from there, Bret Hart, when he found that Shawn Michaels was named the guest referee, went ballistic up in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada.
Rightfully so, McMahon.
Some would say so.
Well, I think he's a little overzealous, but I can understand Bret's apprehension with his arch rival, Shawn Michaels, as the referee.
Of course.
And then you look at it one step further. You know, Shawn Michaels is refereeing his first match of his life right here tonight. I don't know how judicious that is.
Figure four. Doing more damage to the knee area.
Figure four leg lock. Bret Hart trying to make the Undertaker give it up. And to my knowledge, the Undertaker has never submitted in his career. Oh, no.
What?
Oh, look.
Oh!
What is he doing here?
What a hideous, lousy human being.
Paul Bearer, former manager of The Undertaker, who claimed who claims that The Undertaker's brother is still alive. And yet, Undertaker just spotting Paul Bearer.
Well, there are 20,213 fans here that wish Paul Bearer would have stayed under the rock that he came from.
Hey, Paul Bearer's got just as much right to buy a ticket and come in here and watch this match as any of these other 20,000.
If it is true, if Kane, Undertaker's brother, does live, do you think we might see him here?
Oh.
It's all over.
Paul Bearer coming down to the ringside area. When indeed Undertaker was in trouble, but now Undertaker has reversed that figure four. And the pressure mostly on Bret Hart now as Bret is reaching for that rope. And finally they untangle.
Shawn Michaels quickly called for the break. Once Bret Hart reached the ropes. Look at the Undertaker now. Taking a page out of Bret Hart's book.
Driving that knee. Look out, Undertaker quick to the outside. Undertaker, and Paul Bearer crumpling down in a heap.
Humpty Dumpty just got knocked off the wall. And here comes Bret Hart from behind, again downstairs, chopping the knee of the Undertaker. Undertaker.
Get him back in there. Yes, sir, Jake.
Bret Hart, the veteran, the opportunist, saw what was going on, and he saw that the Undertaker had his back to Bret.
And Bret now with the Undertaker's leg, and more officials coming on the scene to get Paul Bearer out of here.
Well, it's not, you bet your boots it's not Bret Hart's fault that Paul Bearer came to ringside.
Shawn Michaels is making a swerve.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
Bret Hart.
Oh, yeah, here it is.
Bret Hart trying to put that figure forward. Oh no.
Blake, come on. Come on, Blake. Spot. Let's do it. Spot. 1, 2, 3.
He's got to get this qualified in. Oh, he finally let go.
If the referee had gotten the 5, if Shawn Michaels had counted 5, this match would be over.
I thought they were going to go to blows there.
That was actually very good officiating. And look at Bret Hart, the focused challenger, with a burning desire.
Hey, look at this.
Perhaps the obsession to be a 5-time WWF champion.
We got more fans at ringside.
Reinforcements have arrived. Brian Pillman and Owen Hart. And they can't be out here for any good reason, that's for sure.
Well, the tickets are all sold out. They couldn't get a ticket. They just want to see this match.
They certainly aren't here to offer any moral support.
What do you mean?
They have none. How do you think Pillman's going to look tomorrow night in a dress?
On Raw. 1 hour later.
1 hour later.
I think we've covered that point. But again, oh no, Bret with the Undertaker trying to straddle the Undertaker as he does, and now look at this. Bret going right back, I think. Oh!
Here we go.
Don't consider yourself good. Keep it in the ring. I'm the law here. Keep it in the ring. Keep it in the ring.
Quite frankly, I am surprised at Shawn Michaels' restraint.
I'm surprised at how much Bret the Hitman Hart has taken. Usually if a referee puts his hands on me, I just slap the taste out of his mouth. That's what Bret ought to do to him.
And Bret Hart chopping the big 6'10" WWF champion down to size.
Everything is on the knee joint. Everything is about the leg of the Undertaker. Everything is about preparing the Undertaker for a sharpshooter.
Systematically, methodically, Bret Hart is getting the job done.
Somebody talk to me, come on. Come on, guys, come on.
But the thing about the sharpshooter is, it is a submission, and I just can't envision the Undertaker surrendering. He may pass out like Stone Cold did, but I can't imagine he would surrender.
But the bottom line, as Stone Cold would say, is that if Bret Hart can get the sharpshooter on the Undertaker in the center of the ring, it'll be over. Nobody gets out of the sharpshooter. And that's exactly the road that Bret Hart is traveling right now. The excellence of execution certainly is living up to his billing.
And that's one way to get out of the hold. Undertaker, stomping a hole, so to speak, into Bret Hart.
With that undamaged leg.
And Undertaker, look at that. Oh, no!
What?
He knew what he was doing.
Undertaker taking matters into his own hands.
Literally.
He's beating the Hart Foundation to the punch.
And Shawn Michaels moving the Hart contingent out of the way. Look at it. Here we go.
Look out, Newark Airport. Tongue slam. Tongue slam. It's over.
But Shawn Michaels keeping an eye out for the Hart Foundation. Shawn Michaels He's keeping an eye out for the Hart Foundation. Uh-oh, an Undertaker. Uh-oh.
Shawn Michaels was not in the ring to make the count after the choke slam.
Well, in Michaels' defense, he had his eyes on the Hart Foundation, not interfering in the match.
And again, we have to point out, Shawn Michaels is a very inexperienced referee.
Oh, wow.
Lower back. Here come the kidneys this time.
And Shawn Michaels, surprisingly, has been a pretty effective referee.
He's done much better than I thought he would, considering his inexperience. Bret Hart now, again, turning the motor up. Uh-oh.
My patience is wearing thin. You get your ass inside, or you are out of here, Bret. Come on.
You know, Bret the Hitman Hart wants to blast Shawn Michaels so bad.
I'm not so sure that it's not reciprocal. And again, Michaels showing great restraint several times, but not only with Bret Hart, but with The Undertaker as well.
Double axe right to the spine of The Undertaker by the challenge of Bret Hart. Bret Hart now seemingly has the momentum. Seemingly is in the driver's seat.
And you can thank, to a certain extent, his Hart Foundation members for coming down and somewhat turned the tide.
With so much riding on this match, I would think both The Undertaker and Bret Hart should try to completely ignore the referee and concentrate on the business at hand. And I think that the Hitman has done a better job of that so far.
Hard backbreaker. Will that be enough?
Into a cover in. No.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't know if I've ever seen anybody any more, I don't know, any more superlative than The Undertaker is as far as dealing with pain. The threshold of pain of The Undertaker is off the page.
The Hitman Bret Hart going up to the second rope. And Bret Hart. Right elbow.
Man.
Well, that was
He thinks these fans are number one here in New
And
Jersey,
cover.
buddy.
No.
well, if Bret Hart had not wasted some valuable time letting everybody know how he feels about them, he might have gotten the 3.
Bret Hart in this match. Oh! Here we go, and this time. No, not this time either. And as was pointed out by JR, The Undertaker able to absorb unbelievable tons of punishment and still just keeps coming back.
There's got to be a point, though. There's got to be a stopping point of how much he can endure.
Maybe.
How much
You might
can he
see it,
take?
yeah.
And the Hitman might reach that point with him. Oh, but he hadn't yet.
Bret Hart hesitated, and The Undertaker caught the waistlock, and then dropped Bret face first into the top turnbuckle.
And a cover here, and the left shoulder able to get up.
You can almost sense the desperation, for the lack of a better term, by both these men.
Both men giving it their all, no doubt about that. And so is Shawn Michaels thus far. Michaels asking WWF officials to be the guest referee. He was granted that, but then unfortunately for Michaels, it may have sort of backfired when a proviso was put in Michaels' contract that he could not favor The Undertaker. If he did, then he would be excommunicated to a certain extent here in America. So thus far, we've seen a pretty objective officiating, I would think, on a part of Michaels, and a real knockdown dragout with Bret Hart and The Undertaker.
And I think Undertaker just got excommunicated.
He may have.
Whatever that means.
Bret scored with a side Russian leg sweep. Comes back with a hard leg drop right to the face of the WWF champion.
And again.
The Undertaker won the WWF title at WrestleMania 13 in the Rosemont Horizon.
Shawn Michaels is sweating bullets.
And Bret Hart. Do you think he might be setting The Undertaker up for the sharpshooter?
And The Undertaker's in the center of the ring.
He got him.
Look at
He's trying to set him up for the sharpshooter. That's it. Trying to set him up.
Taker's got Bret.
No. Taker does have him. Has him by the throat.
The Undertaker countered the attempt to show. Boy, what a knee lift to the abdomen.
Undertaker hammering away on Bret Hart. Bret Hart set up for the ride to the other side now. Undertaker, no!
That was a 4th and goal punt right there.
Oh, wait a minute.
Bret Hart going to the ropes, gets some momentum, got caught going by. But look at the veteran.
And look at this. Undertaker unloading. Look how quick his fist are.
And this is really getting physical now.
A seesaw matchup. Back and forth. When Paul Bearer came out earlier, I thought we might see Kane, if in fact Kane exists. When the Hart Foundation came out, I thought perhaps they might get more involved. And what a seesaw matchup this has been.
Undertaker scored with a big clothesline. The flying clothesline by the WWF champion.
And Bret Hart. We talk about resilience. We normally give credit to Shawn Michaels for having such great resilience. But think about all that Bret Hart has accomplished in his WWF career. Talk about an Iron Man, however. No.
Sloppy cover, Undertaker. Put all that weight on him if you want to beat him. You're not going to beat Bret the Hitman Hart that way.
And the Undertaker's accomplishments. Certainly,
Might do it that way.
certainly very enviable. And this time, the Undertaker's on target. Now then, 2 in.
I'll say this for Shawn Michaels. His count has been very deliberate, but very consistent.
Pretty quick.
Bret out on the apron, trying to catch a breather. And the Undertaker,
Uh-oh. No way. What's he gonna do?
and the Undertaker choke slamming Bret Hart. Break it out.
What a choke slam from the outside all the way over the top to the middle of the ring. Bret's got drilled. I tell you what, the American fans may not support Bret Hart like they used to, but you gotta give him credit for kicking out of that choke slam.
You're not kidding, especially when that count was just a hair fast.
Undertaker going upstairs now. Patented Undertaker maneuver.
Patented Hitman maneuver.
Bret Hart had that move very well scouted. It's vintage Undertaker, but the taker paid.
And look at this now. Bret Hart going all the way up to the very top. Sets
Can't
up
do this.
Undertaker. Can he get him all the way down from the top? No. And Undertaker collapses. And Bret Hart
Is relentless.
throat.
Bret still has him under hold.
He did it! He got him!
Unbelievable.
That's the end of the Undertaker's title reign right there. It's gotta be.
A superplex off the top on a 6'10", 328-pound man.
And Shawn counting both individuals, although now Bret Hart is up.
Bret Hart cannot live with a countout. He cannot live with a disqualification. Bret Hart must win He must win.
By pin or submission, and here comes the submission. Here comes the sharpshooter.
Get it, got it!
He's got it in.
In the center of the ring. Can the Undertaker reach the ropes? Nobody breaks this one. Shades of WrestleMania 13 with Bret and Austin.
I can tell you firsthand how much that hurts.
Bret Hart at the sharpshooter sinks down.
He won! The Undertaker broke the sharpshooter! The Undertaker broke the sharpshooter! No one has ever done that! What?
Bret Hart went sailing after losing momentum, sailing through the ropes.
I don't think Bret could believe it.
Undertaker working on taking a rather succession of blows of Bret Hart. And Undertaker on his feet. Maybe not for long. His knee just gave right out. His leg gave out.
How could he even get to his feet? How did he get out of the sharpshooter?
Undertaker. With Bret Hart. Let's see if the Undertaker can call it. Maybe we will never see Bret Hart. An American Soul. No. Bret Hart from behind, taking down the Undertaker, and oh, here we go again. This time, Undertaker. Oh, look what he's doing now.
Let's go get the sharpshooter on the Undertaker using the post, the ring post as leverage.
Oh my God! Get in the ring, Shawn Michaels. He's giving up.
Shawn's going to disqualify. Shawn's going to... No. Oh, no. And Shawn Michaels going right down. And Bret Hart landed on his knee. Bret Hart landed right on Shawn Michaels. And here comes Bret Hart.
Michael's knee gave away on him, too. And Bret Hart's down in a chair.
Shawn Michaels' knee. Oh, wait a minute. Oh! God. Bret Hart. With the cover on.
It's over. No, it's not over.
It was only a count of two.
He is superhuman. How did he do that?
And Shawn Michaels with that chair that Bret tried to throw over the ring.
No, ring goes over the
Maybe Michaels has had enough.
Good God! Good God!
I can't believe this.
This is horrible.
And the Undertaker is going after Shawn Michaels.
The winner of this bout and new World Wrestling Federation champion, Bret Hitman Hart.
The impossible has happened at this year's SummerSlam. And the Undertaker with one last glance back at Bret Hart as Bret Hart kisses the gold. And Bret Hart somehow is once again WWF champion.
jubilation in Canada, perhaps jubilation in the United Kingdom and Germany. But there is no joy in East Rutherford, New Jersey tonight.
I'd like to take you back and show you how this happened.
This is shocking.
All right, here, Shawn picked up the chair.
He busted the Undertaker's brains out, but right now he's realizing if he don't count, he's gone too.
I don't understand that. I don't know.
What's not to understand?
And now, Bret Hart being joined by all of the other Hart Foundation members. Bret Hart with the maple leaf draped around his neck, the flag of Canada, and the WWF Championship back around his waist for the 5th time. And it happened here in America.